Hello, everyone. I am a veterinarian. I work for Dairytech Warehouse. We are a Dutch dairy data company. And I'm heading a team of data scientists, and we strive to bring artificial intelligence tools to the dairy industry. And today I present you our first product that brings risk alerts at dry-off to the dairy industry and to dairy farmers to help them manage the transition cow risk more intelligently. So that's a cow's career as we like it. We have a good start, a good progression, and then after 3-4 years, 3-4 lactations, the cow will probably leave the herd and will be replaced. You can see one insemination, the cow conceives regularly, no problem. That's how we like it. There's nothing much to write home about. Transition cow disease can ruin that career and make things very complicated. And this is just an example. So you see, after the first lactation already, that cow had a weird shape of the lactation curve. What you see here, the gray dots are milk meter yields. The blue line is just an average, and the red line are the inseminations. And what is really important here, what I'd like you to take home with is that transition cow disease in general, but in particular ketosis, has a significant impact on the fertility of a dairy cow. And what you can see here is an animal that has entered in a cycle of poor fertility. This animal probably had a transition cow issue in the first lactation, struggled to conceive in the second lactation, had a very long lactation, and then in the third lactation probably didn't conceive at all. So transition cow disease triggers the low fertility cycle. And these would be cows that struggle with the metabolism in early lactation, conceive late, often after days in milk 130. That means they have a high risk to accumulate high body condition score at dry-off, calf-in at high condition score, and then struggle even more to conceive in the next lactation. So it is a cycle we need to interrupt and get these cows back on track before they get into these troubles. Why do cows get fat at the end of the lactation if they conceive late? What you see here is the blue line is the milk production. Again, the gray dots are the individual milk meter yields. The dark line is the dry matter intake. And what you can see is if a lactation lasts 400, 420, 440 days, there is a long period for that animal to eat a lot of that energy-dense ration without producing a lot of milk. So these would be animals that dry off at 3.5 and more. And these are classic examples. So here we need to help these cows to conceive earlier, before days in milk 130, that they finish the lactation sooner, and they enter a high fertility cycle. So we need to really help this animal here, not when she has ketosis in her third lactation. We should have helped her at the end of her first lactation. The thing is, we did not know that she was at risk because it's very difficult. AI is absolutely capable to see these patterns and learn from it and flag it already at dry-off, that this will be an animal that could go into trouble. When you receive the ketosis alert out of your robot or you diagnose it in early lactation, it's too late. These cows need to be treated and helped at dry-off. But for now, you did not have a tool to recognize them. That's what AI can bring to you. Predicta GUARDIAN is the only tool that allows you at dry-off to identify cows at risk for ketosis, but also other transition cow diseases such as mastitis, lameness, retained placenta, milk fever, or displaced double meso. It's a tool for farmers who don't wait until it's too late. An animal that has ketosis will not finish the lactation in the same way as an animal that has received prevention treatments at the beginning of the dry period. So we encourage farmers to use these new tools, use artificial intelligence like other industries do also, have done for years. It's time for the dairy farmers also to use these tools, and you can now. So prevent transition cow disease early and empower your cows to have a high fertility cycle. This is not a given, right? At the moment, this is regularly happening in the UK. We see in the data that the majority of farms in the UK, they run ketosis incidences of 25-30%, and most people tell us, I don't have ketosis. This animal should have received a risk alert after it finishes its first lactation, allowing the farmer to prevent. There are many things you can do. There are products in the market. There are standard operating procedures your veterinarian and your consultants can help you put in place to avoid that these animals will suffer from ketosis and or the other transition cow disease mentioned. So that means this animal can receive preventive attention and hopefully will have a career like this, where she conceives as expected before days in week 130 and then starts a successful career in a high fertility cycle. Artificial intelligence in combination with standard operating procedures brought to the farm. Of course, you need to know what you need to do when you receive a risk alert, but your veterinarian and your consultants are fully capable of supporting you with this. In combination with that, artificial intelligence can be an insurance for you. There is a lot of money at stake at dry-offs, particularly if they are young animals. Save those careers and make those cows successful. How do we do this? We feed into the model during training milk meter data, fertility data, dry-off data, health events. And we tell the model, this is a lactation curve that will end with a sick animal. And we don't do that just once with one curve, but it would be that data I have shown you. And the model will see millions of lactations. And it's fully able to learn, I've seen this film before, I know the ending. And it will be able to flag these animals. We measure the exact performance, so we know how bad and how good the tool is. Clearly, the model gets it wrong many times, but what the model is very good at, it can optimize the investment you do on your farm. Don't get scared about this graph. It's just showing you it's a risk calculation, it's economics, it's probabilities. If you have a certain incidence in your herd, you know how often the disease happens, you know what it costs, and you know what the prevention costs.
Right.
This model can exactly calculate for your farm, this is how many animals you need to treat, and I will tell you which ones. If you say, I want to only treat 50% of my animals, Predicta GUARDIAN will tell you which ones. It is a risk management tool. For the first time, you will know at dry-off what is going to happen to your cows in lactation. You can optimize the investment you put towards prevention.
Awesome.
Predicta has a web application you have access to where you can see very quickly together with your consultant, where is my problem, are my calving intervals correct, what do my lactation curves do, to get a quick overview, are you risk curve for transition cow disease? And then on a silver tablet, you will be able to see all the cows and their risk levels for ketosis, for lameness, for mastitis. And you can go and make a decision now with your co-pilot. Okay, this is a high-risk animal. I will deliver preventive attention. You can have those, of course, conveniently sent to your phone via WhatsApp or email or SMS, as you wish, on your fingertips very conveniently. And believe it or not, you can come and see us at our stand and start a 2 months free trial. If you hurry up and sign up for the first 50 times, you even get a free hoodie. You can quit the program at any point in time. So there's basically no risk for you, and going forward also no risk for your cows anymore, because Predicta Guardian will solve the problem for you. I'm really looking forward to visiting you welcoming you and you guys visiting our stand. I think we are at P120. So thanks a lot for your attention and good luck with Predicta Guardian.